a sports car grading review. The dog lady, the Chihuahua, is being a menace. And once again, I grade sports cards, talk on YouTube, and my dog pretends like she's not been given any attention in the past 5 years. I think it's too much attention when you give the dog too much attention. It's similar to YouTubers. Don't give YouTubers too much attention. They come crying, want more. It's a bit of a joke on myself, self-deprecating humor. Let's take a look at this card. I haven't put this through Grok yet, but now I'm seeing it's good to take a closer look. So this card specifically, you can kind of see like a bit of a scratch indentation on the back. I had it at a certain angle and I saw it. And then, yeah, can't really see it now. It's always at certain angles and certain light. It was right when I picked it up too. It's odd. But yeah, feel free to jump in and jump out of the stream as you please. This is a Crash the Game Michael Jordan card. We're looking at the back right now because I thought I saw a scratch at a certain angle, and now I'm not seeing it. So maybe it was just a reflection off of the surface of the... But anyways, this is a Crash the Game Collector's Choice Gold. It's a nice card. The corners are probably going to be where I end up having have to take some points off for grading. But this card, got corner issues. The corners are probably going to get like a 7.5. The surface, I don't see anything. I thought I saw something, but now I'm not really seeing much of the corner. The surface is probably got like a 9.5. Edges, pretty clean on edges. Nice, sharp. So on these, it probably come out to a 9 on the edges. 9 on edges. And centering looks pretty good. Probably 9.5 on centering. So let's go ahead and mark that down. So yeah, thank you for joining in. We are grading sports cards. This specific is a Crash the Game Gold Jordan card. Let's see if I already have it down here on my list. Might have to add it. Crash the Game MJ. So the corners on this one is like a 7.5. We can kind of take a closer look at these corners too. The corners was probably I would say the biggest issue. You can kind of see here. So to me, it's a 7.5. It's kind of subjective if they're could be even lower than a 7.5 because they are. I would say there is some wear on them. I'd say like a 7.5 is what I normally see for this kind of wear on a card. So we're saying the corners on this one, 7.5. We have centering, we're giving that a 9.5. Corners, 7.5. Edges was a 9. And the surface was a 9 as well. So we average out 9.5 and 7.5, which would be an 8.5. Then we have 2 9s and 8.5. So this card I'm averaging out to be a 9. And that's just my assessment. Because I do think this card it could be an 8.5 really with those corners. But I have 2 9s and then an 8.5. So that's tough. Because if I do it based on all averages, it comes out to a 9. If I really pull it down because those corners, then it could be considered an 8.5. What we'll do is, I like this. I cross-reference it with Grok AI. It's Twitter's AI agent. So what we'll do is we will pump this through Grok AI, and we'll kind of let it determine if we're going to go up or down in the grade. And I just really like cross-referencing with Grok AI. I think it's a great tool. And, they call it like engineering prompt, where you kind of get good at asking the robots how to basically determine certain value of stuff. This card, we pumped this through Grok AI, and it got a 10. So what I'll do with this card is have a 10 for centering, a 10 for corners, and a 10 for surface, and a 9.5 for edges. Because I just felt like the edges was a little off. Do I have this on my list? What number is this? We'll just go ahead and put it right here. MJ Upper Deck. And that was a 10, 10, 9, 5, 10. Still have not done a complete 10 across the subgrades for a card yet. Haven't hit they call it pristine in certain grading companies. They call it different names. I haven't found something that's perfect. But this is the fifth. What's is actually kind of cool about and why I even started this stream was this card is the fifth out of 100. So we've graded 100 cards now. And this card is our I'm bullied. Well, don't be bullied. You are never bullied here. I'm bullied. I don't think so. I don't think anyone's bullying you. We are supportive here at Crescent Vale, which people will respect. Bristol, no bullying. But yeah, this card is our fifth card that's even got a 10 out of 100. So around 5%, and I just finished this will be the 100th card to be graded, self-graded. So out of 100 cards, I only did 5% of my own cards as 10s. I just wanted to be noted, and I'm probably going to do a whole article on it, but it's where, I think GemRate and other companies, and people will probably not submit less than 10s, and sometimes people do. So I've seen GemRates vary around like 15, 20%. I've seen it up to 30%. My gem rate, so my kind of difficult, is it a percentage of difficulty? Difficulty, is that a word? I'm having difficulty pronouncing this. So yeah, this card is the fifth 10 that we've got out of 100. So this will be the 100th card we graded, and it gets a 10. This other card is getting a 9, possibly 8.5 that we just took a look at. It was a Jordan Gold Crash the Game. So that's going to be another card. And, before we get into anything else, we can talk about Jordan. We'll talk about number 23. They're going to retire 23, I think, from all of NBA. I think they retired maybe 6 for Bill Russell. And then they were kind of trying to allude that the 23 is for LeBron, but really has nothing to do with LeBron. It really has everything to do with Jordan. So if you're a LeBron fan, you feel bullied, then I guess I could understand that aspect, but hopefully you don't feel bullied if you're LeBron fans. But I mean, he wore the 23 homage to Jordan, so it's kind of, I think, 100% Jordan, and then LeBron just trying to emulate. Hello. Said hi. See? No bullying. Good people here. Dinosaur hat. 223. Good person. See? No bullying. We don't do that. Not in the things to do list. We have fun. I crack a couple jokes. And to me, this is a bit of where you get to see the humor beside me. You get to see my inabilities to pronounce words and have self-deprecating humor. But yeah, you get to kind of, I love Michael Jordan. So do I. Look at this man. Look how angry he looks. Look at that face. This is why I love Michael Jordan. He looks so distraught. Probably watching Will Perdue shoot a free throw. Bill Cartwright take it to the hole. That if anybody who's a diehard Jordan fan knows those references, you know why he's making this face. Exactly. Will Perdue shooting a free throw. That's why he would make that face. Yeah, you get it. And if we're going to bully anybody, we're bullying Will Perdue. That's the only person getting bullied. Bill Cartwright, maybe. And hats off to these individuals. They're probably very wealthy and doing fine in their life. But this would be the face with Jordan making in those years. I think this is 92, 93. Yeah. So I think those were the guys on the team at that time. And it's just a concerned look, I love it that they're probably going to win the game. It's probably Larry Bird. I like Larry Bird too. Yeah, Larry Bird's all right. He's all right. I wasn't as big a fan of Larry Bird. I don't have any on the desk right now. I should probably do more Larry Bird stuff and Magic Johnson, some of the classics. I do got Penny Hardaway that we're going to be grading soon because I graded and sold one of these famous nickname Jordans and possibly should have kept. But this Penny is going to be something that I grade soon, and it really is he's one of my favorites. Penny up there with, like you saying, Larry Bird. Penny, because I can't just grade Jordans, right? And this also kind of goes into why I grade cards, why I even collect cards, and even talk about them. This Shaq card is the card I sent in, I think 1992, 1993, to Upper Deck. And it's where you can just tell it is beat to 30 years of me owning it as probably a rambunctious child. But this card, you got what is this? A stamp. I'm gonna call it a stamp, even though it's like a 3-hole punch. There it is, 3-hole punch. So this card, gonna grade it. It's probably gonna be like a 6.5 or probably 7, 6.5. This card here. So these are coming through. That penny is probably a 9.5, maybe. Yeah, probably around 9.5. These cards, you got to watch out. So if you do collect Michael Jordan, and I just did some research before we got on the air, I said, are all Michael Jordan cards going up in value? Because there's the junk wax era, there's those early 90s, just a lot of them printed. Shaq was bad at free throws too. He was awful at free throws, and they would just foul him notoriously. We're talking about Shaquille O'Neal right now. They just fouled the man notoriously to put him on the line because he had such a horrible shooting percentage. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but it would probably make and break games. They said they used to have like 2 or 3 centers just to like build up fouls to foul Shaq to get him to the line. But I was looking online about Jordan cards specifically because I'm wondering, like, these Fleer metal, should I even sell them? Should I basically just like hold these Fleer metal cards? Because I'm wondering, like, what's the percentage in the past 5 years of some of these Jordan cards going up in value? And it's really the rare 90 cards have exploded in value. And then like the 80s cards, the cards from the 80s that are really top grade material. Even these Fleer metals, I think these have been going up quite a bit. Kobe's rookie year. So I'm debating if I should even have my stuff up in the eBay store, which is in the description. How much have they gone up? I used to buy this card around the pandemic. So I'm basing it off of 5 years. And everybody has their own time frame of how quickly they want to buy and resell something. I would buy that card at the early pandemic or in pandemic 2020. So like in 2020, I would buy, I think that card would be like 15, 20, up to $30. So now raw, that thing goes for like 50. So that's like, I want to say almost double the value in 5 years. And the more I look for this specific, because I kind of want to buy as many of these specific copies as possible, the more I see that this card going up in value, the less of them I see. And I see the price going up. So, it's, I think like any insert, I got a couple inserts here. This is a electrified from Skybox. Skybox does really well. But yeah, I'm just interested in, is it even worth selling at this point, or do you just hold for another 5 years? Because like you could just take, double your money. I could just sell it raw. I don't even have to self-grade. But you could just sell these cards raw and make like a little bit of money. But is it really in our best interest as collectors and investors to even sell right now? Do we just hold for another 5 years and then see how high these cards can go up in value? So these are just some cards I am doing some self-grading on. Haven't done self-grades on these yet. Earlier in the stream, we looked at this one. This one's going to get a 10 self-grade. This one's going to get a 9 to 8.5, depending on what Grok, Twitter's AI agent, says. And, Grok will probably tell me some grades on these too. I think, honestly, this card could be a 9. I have like, I think 3 9.5s. I would like to grade this out as a 10, but I'm not like, I don't know. Maybe it is close to perfect. I guess that's another reason why I like doing these live streams, because I like to kind of see what people's evaluation of these cards are. Because do you have any Magic Johnson? Yeah, I do. I got a lot of, but they're not really high value Magic Johnsons. They're more, I would call lower value Magic Johnson cards. If I had something that would really knock your socks off, I'd throw it up on the stream, but I guess I can try to find them real quick. I would not say you're going to be super blown away by any of this stuff, but you're a Magic Johnson fan, so let's pull it up. Now there's another YouTuber, Trevor something, I forget his name. Trevor Cards, I forget the man's name, But he will do something similar to this. I think possibly some other YouTubers will do this, but they will show their binder. So I'm going to show my binder real quick of some Magic Johnson. And I do not think this will impress anyone but us, really. And that's okay, because entertainment value doesn't have to be super explosive. But yeah, so you can kind of also see a little bit how I manage Lady the Chihuahua, again, trying to get attention, but not going to work. Not going to work this time, pup. All right. So yeah, you can kind of see like the obsession. I'm going to back this camera up, so it may or may not help. You kind of see a few 10s there. CGC, I really like CGC 10s. So yeah, there's an obsession here. There's an obsession in a lot of different players. And when I say they're not high value, they're not. Like these hoops cards are probably what, $1 a card, maybe $2. Now, if you hold it for 10 more years, there's a chance this could go up to a $10 card. There's a chance there's a 10 in here. I could just pull out a 10, and that 10 probably be $100 worth, maybe. Like I just like this card. You know, sometimes you just like, as a collector, you just like a certain Magic Johnson card, a certain Michael Jordan card, you just prefer like a gold foil to it. So, you know, if you also notice, there's a bit of a theme here. These are all hoops cards. And so you got like, I also like to group cards together. So I don't know how many Magic Johnson cards I have, but and I'm not pretending like these are high value. These are just cards that I like and have kind of acquired over the years. So yeah, you get it. You get it. But yeah, Magic Johnson, great player, iconic player, played with the Los Angeles Lakers, made them the Showtime with Kareem. But yeah, these are just, it's basically a run of hoops right now. If anybody's watching, jumping on the stream, we're just going over some Magic Johnson cards. I don't really know if I'll self-grade a lot of these. If I were to self-grade, I might self-grade a Fleer 1990. Just because I kind of feel like this whole set will eventually become a little bit more of a iconic collector set. Like this card right here is pretty good. Whenever I have my center cards, the center row is usually what I would consider a little bit better condition, a little bit better centering. This is still a little bit off. So I don't think I would center or self-grade this one. And some people are like, well, do you send in to the other grading companies? Not really. I just kind of like CGC. I might send some stuff into CGC, but I'm really more into self-grading. And let's see here. I think I have this card. This card's kind of, I would almost say like on the iconic scale. It's the Fleer. I think Jordan's version of it's pretty also iconic for grading, self-grading, and people just getting a kick out of this one because of the centering. So here you can kind of see on the front that the stars, they align, right? The stars align. Now, I don't know about the corners. There's some pretty nice corners on this one. Pretty nice overall, right? Centering good. Let's see the back. That's another reason why I even want to take this out of the binder is because like the front centering is just about perfect. Let's see the back centering. Back centering is perfect too. So this card could be 9.5 to 10, 9 PSA, 10 PSA. This could get a 10. And that would be worth some money. I always like to check surface stuff. So this card might get a self-grade. It might, see how well it does. But yeah, like, you know, thank you for even asking about the Magic Johnson, because I usually don't do binder reviews, and I think it has its own bit of value that we can add to the stream. So yeah, and if you're first time watching, thank you for watching. We got a new logo. Anybody else knows the new logo? I'm gonna do a backstory on that. So this is what I would consider our second logo that we've had at Crescent Vale. This one here, so I was checking out a company called Card Vault that is owned by Tom Brady. And then I look at their logo after not seeing it. I've known about this company for months. And I was looking at the logo and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is almost identical to the logo that I've updated ours to. So now if you look at our logo on our different stuff, it's slightly different. So these would be the only cards I would like halfway pitch to you, because I just think that Fleer Metal is going to like do well over time. And I picked up about 5 of these. So in addition to that other Fleer that we saw was really centered well, I would also kind of pitch this to anybody or possibly self-grade. Look at the man's knees, though. That's sad. I mean, I don't mean to make fun and bully anybody, but this man's knee braces right now is looking a little rough for old Magic there. So no shame, but a little rough on the knee braces. Skybox 1990. These are solid cards. A lot of them. Against some. Oh, now we're in Upper Deck. So we went from hoops to Skybox, and I don't even have any like modern Skybox stuff. So maybe it's because Magic didn't do much Skybox. Wasn't around that time. Top Stadium Club. I think these are going to hold or get some traction as Topps continues to print cards. I think the older ones will do well. I should maybe do a self-grade on this Magic right here with the gold foil. It could be somewhat noteworthy. So yeah, like this is a card that I think I got out of a pack and I've just like kind of kept held up because it's not a super valuable card, a couple of dollars, but just the visual cues to it, this color matches. I really like that as far as Magic Johnson. All right, I'll tell you a Magic Johnson story. Here we go. So this card, I saw it at a card show, probably paid way too much for it. It's probably $1 to $5. But I was like, hold up, that's Jordan and Rodman playing the same year that Johnson. I guess this is 1995 he came back. But yeah, this card not worth a lot of money, but the story behind it, shooting over Jordan and Rodman, playing in the same year, I thought it was very fascinating. So anyways, this has been a bit of a review of our self-grading process. This is a bit of the Magic Johnson binder collection. And, I just want to have a good time with the sports card collector and fans. Grandmama here. So yeah, thank you for watching. Continue to watch the other Crescent Vale content. Check out Crescent Vale on eBay. We will be continuing to grade cards. We'll be continuing to talk about sports cards, sports in general. My buddy's a New York Knicks fan, and they're currently battling the Atlanta Hawks. So probably gonna go and watch some more of that. But yeah, continue to check out our content. Continue to check us out on eBay. Appreciate everybody for watching, and keep checking back.